Good morning, what's happening, gang? We're out in Malaga, up in the mountains. We're going on a bit of a hike, and today we're going to be talking about the 10 biggest mistakes the dog trainers make. I've been working professionally with dogs for about 15 years now, and I see dog trainers make the same mistakes over and over again. Now my job is slightly different. My job now is to teach people how to become dog trainers. And if I can stop you from making the mistakes that I made, it's all about progression, isn't it? So, number one, by far, probably the most common thing that I see, hello darling, is dog trainers undervaluing themselves and not charging enough money. Something that has become really apparent to me, when you offer a service to somebody and you do it for free, it's massively undervalued. So if I give exactly the same advice to two different people and I give it to one person for free and I give it to the other person and I charge them 500 euros, the person that's paid 500 euros for the advice is gonna give me much more compliance. They're so much more likely to follow through with the advice. The person that got it for free kind of bins it off. Oh. So, number two is not being social media savvy. All right. Nowadays, it's almost pointless advertising in the local paper or dropping leaflets around people's houses. Not when you've got Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and all those good things that you can get for free, okay? You must post often and post happy. Just take my own advice on that one sometimes, but post happy. People want to follow you because you're fun, not because you're a miserable git. Yeah, I should think these ones through sometimes. All right. Number three is not offering day training. If you have a problem with your plumbing, you ring a plumber and the plumber comes around and fixes the job. Okay, now obviously these are living, breathing animals and it's not a case of just fixing it like that. But your skill set is a lot better than the client, and it should be because you're a fucking dog trainer. So day training is something you can offer to your clients by going round to their house and doing an hour's worth of training with their dog. When a client hires a dog walker, what they're looking for is to come home to a dog that's happy, satisfied, and tired, okay? And you can do that with dog training, okay? So you go into the client's house, you train their dog for an hour or so, they get that happy, satisfied, and tired dog when they come home, but the plus side is that they've earned some skills along the route as well. Now, the argument is always the same. I get the same thing. But the dog is brilliant for me and not for the owner. Don't get it twisted. You're going to train those new behaviours a lot faster. You might just realise that you get more compliance from your customer because they start to notice that the dog can do stuff. So when they say sit, the dog actually sits. But we also need to reinforce the owner, and success is one of the biggest reinforcers for humans. So, if they feel like they have more control because you've done some training, everyone is a winner. I'm not as fit as I used to be. Now I'm 40. I need to get my arse into gear and start training again. So another massive mistake that I see is being holier than thou, okay? What I mean by that is writing people off because they think slightly differently to you. There are trainers that will train differently to you. Now, whether that is you're a clicker trainer, and you believe that shaping is the only way to train, or whether you're a choke chain trainer and you use punishment as your main form of changing behaviour. You have to look at all the different skill sets that are available to you, even if you see something being trained that you don't like. The key is to look at that and say, right, how can I train that in the fashion that I train? Okay? Because believing that your ethics is what makes you a better trainer has led to a considerable division between trainers. And the mistake there is that we're not learning from each other. Now, everybody has their own moral compass, and that is not what this part is about. It's about being open to learning from others. And if you don't like something, fine, 100% don't use it. But understand why you don't like it. That's really important. Another big one for me is going to be not continuing your professional development. Okay, once dog trainers reach a certain stage, they seem to get into the habit that they know what they know, and therefore they don't need to continue. There's a lot of that out there. The science behind how dogs learn is continuously evolving. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is not keeping up to date. In fact, the moment you think you know it all, you've already been left behind. The next one is biting off more than you can chew. Once I started getting recognised on YouTube, I felt this immense pressure to feel like I was meant to know everything. And it's all right not to know everything, as long as you're honest. Now, you might not be pumping out YouTube videos, but you are seeing clients. And if you come across a case which is too much or is out of your skill set, then the right thing to do is to refer it to a trainer who has that skill set, who knows what they're doing. You don't want to damage people's dogs by blagging it. Number 7 is not training your own dog. At the end of the day, this is your shop window. This is the advert that people are going to see from you. All right. It could be the thing that gets you out there and known as a top-notch trainer. It's the stuff that you can do with your own dog. Now, it doesn't mean your dog has to be perfect by any means. You might have a super reactive dog, but you have to be working on that, because if you're not, why on earth would your clients feel the need to do so? If you can't follow it through, why should they? Mistake number 8 is all about information. And it's the information that you relay from yourself to the customer. Now, a lot of the time, we see dog trainers using a lot of jargon, which is fine and actually correct to use when you're discussing between dog trainer to dog trainer. But trying to give that information to somebody who doesn't understand psychology or the basic principles of animal learning, and using things like positive reinforcement and other terms that, quite frankly, a lot of them couldn't give a shit about, is, in my opinion, a mistake. If you're a dog trainer and you go out with your non-dog training mates, if you have any of those, then you'll see, start talking about dogs and they glass over. Not everybody has got that same passion that you've got. And I know it would be lovely to be able to turn them all into mini dog trainers, but that ain't our job. Although, take it as a win when you do get one of them. Number 9 is not letting the customer know that it's likely to be more than one session. There is this misunderstanding that dogs can be fixed just like that, and in many cases they can't be, okay? And as a dog trainer or a behaviourist, you should know that for Some cases you're going to need to support them. They're going to need to have your advice and your coaching along the route. It isn't something where you just turn up, see them for an hour, wipe your hands clean with them and say, well, I'll fix that one, because it very rarely does it work like that. And if you think it works like that, then the likelihood is those clients are actually moving on somewhere else because it doesn't work like that. Making sure that they understand that it could well be an ongoing progress and offering them some kind of timeline, that's a really, really good move. Before anyone mentions it, present. I like coffee, my dog, maybe 3 people. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate the stuff that you guys send me. You want anything featured, I'll stick the address in the description below. Don't be afraid to bang it over. Right, let's get down this mountain. Mistake number 10 for me is all about empathy. Now, I don't know about you, but I entered this industry because I made every mistake in the book. They're reaching out for help. You see dog trainers judging one another instead of trying to empathise with their client and actually building them up. I made it home. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up or subscribe if you already haven't done. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. I'm gonna put a bell here, I hope. And I will see you in the next one. I ain't as fair as I used to be. Just turn that rock over. You land on your face. Probably spend some time wondering where the it is I'm going, so I don't end up lost and in the arse end of nowhere, as I am now. Ow.